And I do have to remind myself that my life purpose is not to make YouTube videos. It's to connect with you women on the internet, but as well to be a purposeful and successful homemaker. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am ecstatic and happy, and I say the same thing all the time, but I am truly excited that you are here. If you are new to my channel, I would absolutely love it if you would hit that red subscribe button, because on my channel I talk about femininity, homemaking, living life as a high value woman, and all of that fun stuff that is associated with it. My name is Cynthia, I'm 25 years old. I live a happy, peaceful homemaker's life with my husband and our 3 fluffy and crazy dogs that, if you follow me on Instagram, you have seen a lot of. I wasn't going to film a video today, however, I felt the itch, the inspiration to share a more controversial topic because it's been a while since I've actually done a coffee and chat video. This time I actually do have coffee, although when I speak, I don't know if I will actually drink the coffee. If you are new again to my channel and you actually haven't watched the coffee and chat videos, I wanted to explain a little bit about what they are. So I choose a topic that is perhaps a little bit less popular out there, perhaps a little bit more controversial, and I talk about it in an authentic way. I have a few points written down, however, I do not have a script and I do not have concrete set in stone things that I am going to talk to you about. The purpose of this video and this series is so that you can feel as though I am a friend talking to another friend, because I do truly consider you all my friends. Several weeks ago, I vowed to talk about more homemaking content because there really is a lack of homemaking content on the internet. These types of videos don't drive up the views, they don't drive up the subscription count, but I think they are so important to make because if you are a homemaker, or if you are a woman or a man who prioritizes homemaking in your life, there really is a lack of support out there for the truly remarkable work that you are doing. So concerning homemaking, however, we are going to talk about the fact that it is not so popular in today's society, and it is very difficult to prioritize homemaking in our lives. Because the truth is that life is so busy and hectic, and it is difficult to put home as a priority. I wanted to share with you a few ways in which I prioritize my homemaking and I prioritize my home. Because the truth of the matter is that the outside world tends to always win. Your other commitments tend to tug at you so hard or so tightly that it's difficult to back away and declare that enough is enough and you need to retreat back into your homemaking. If you are not a homemaker, or if you are a younger woman, I still encourage you to listen to this video, because if you are a woman who believes in more traditional values, it is going to be quite difficult for you to stand in your values as you grow up into this world. There are so many outside influences telling us that we should follow a more mainstream path and that traditional is outdated. However, if you know in your heart that you find true satisfaction in living a more traditional life and that this is a life goal for you, you are going to need to develop some skills that are going to help you stay firmly rooted in those beliefs. I've been thinking about this a lot as well, because although my YouTube channel is a priority, for me, taking the time to make these videos cannot drag on all day, because at the end of the day, I am a homemaker and I am not a YouTuber. It has taken a sense of self-control and actually a lot of effort that I don't always show to you guys concerning self-discipline that has allowed me to say no to working on this endeavor all day. I could sit for hours and hours and hours in front of a computer planning out topics for you, and there is some frustration when I do sit down, or stand up technically, to film a video and I say the wrong thing or it doesn't turn out as perfect, and I keep telling myself, if only I would have just put in more time, planned this better, done my hair and makeup in a more perfect way, then it would yield better results. And I do have to remind myself that my life purpose is not to make YouTube videos. It's to connect with you women on the internet, but as well to be a purposeful and successful homemaker. So with the intention on keeping this video short and sweet, let me share with you a few ways in which I have learned to prioritize my homemaking and really put my value system front and center in my life. The first thing, of course, concerns values, and I actually wrote down the things that are most important to me. I encourage you to keep a notebook, go to the Dollar Tree, get yourself a notebook. If you feel more comfortable, go to a bookstore, get yourself a diary, and write down the most important values in your life. For many people, it is going to be God and their religion as number one. However, after that, it is going to be your family, and for me, it has to do with my homemaking after my family. And I want you to look at those things, especially in the early stages, every single day, because many of us say that family is a priority and our marriages are priorities, but we find it difficult to put in the work in order to get those marriages and those families built up to a very strong state. This goes back to the topic that I'm talking about temptation, about your commitment in order to get that special work project done is going to take precedence in the everyday world over your commitment to your family. However, when we talk about it from this logical perspective, that doesn't make sense at all, and your family should be number one over that particular work project. I'm not saying get fired and lose your income and not be able to feed your family, but I'm just talking from a general sense, and I think you understand where I'm coming from. Similar to what you would do with goals, ask yourself at the end of the day or at the end of the week, what did I do in order to reach that goal? So in terms of your values, what did I do in order to live out my values? What concrete actions did I do today or this week that contributed to my relationship with God, or to my relationship in my marriage, or to whatever thing that you value in your life? By doing this exercise, you are essentially developing character. There are also a multitude of other things that you can do in order to develop your character, but I really wanted to encourage you to understand that being a feminine woman does not mean that you are weak in character. We want to develop our character as feminine women because we want to stand strong in the type of projection that we are trying to communicate. If you do not develop your character and strengthen your beliefs, then you will not be able to exude that elegance that is associated with femininity. This is the same thing for being a homemaker. Really try to understand why you are a homemaker, why it brings joy to you, and why it motivates you. If you follow me on Pinterest, you know I have made a little collection on my homemaking board of different types of homemakers that inspire me, as well as a few pictures, for example, the homemaking creed, that serve to help motivate me to strengthen my character as a homemaker. For the purpose of not making this into a very large video, I wanted to encourage you lastly to seek community. It's difficult for some people to believe, but the real purpose that I am here on the internet, and I talk about this with one of my friends who shares my beliefs, is just because I felt so alone and so discouraged in my plight to becoming more feminine, as well as seeking to embrace my traditional beliefs. I actually live in a very, I don't want to use certain terms that would be divisive, but a very intense area that does not value homemaking as well as traditional values. If you are from a place similar to where I am from, you will know how frustrating this could be, and I really let go of so much frustration when I turned to the internet in order to bond with other women who had similar lifestyles as well as beliefs as I did. I cannot express to you the burden that was lifted from my shoulders when I understood that I was not a freak in believing the things that I believed. You, of course, don't have to seek your community on the internet. If you are blessed to live in an area where people do share traditional values, I encourage you, regardless of age, to look for friendships in all different types of women. So different ages of women, different types of backgrounds. If they have similar traditional beliefs, it doesn't matter if they like pottery and you like writing, you will bond on some sort of level and it's going to bring you a lot of comfort. It also doesn't matter if this person is 50 years old and you are 25. If you share similar values, I actually guarantee that you can create a life-giving friendship with that person. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please remember to like the video. I post videos every Monday and Thursday at noon Eastern Standard Time. There's a lot going on in my life in terms of moving, as well as my mother going through a hard time. You know, if you followed my channel for a long time, I don't like to talk about it because it's not very uplifting and encouraging. But if I ever have to miss a day, please make sure you have your notification bell turned on, because I will let you know what is going on if I have to miss a day of filming a video. See you next time.